Okay, this particular article is quite a tricky article for a few reasons and quite difficult. First and foremost, it's difficult because this is the first article we've ever done where there's nothing scientific, nothing historical, nothing archaeological. With the ring, we've got no option. We started to hint at it in the last time we wrote about the ring, when we consulted psychic people and psychic takes on this, but since then we've gone another couple of steps further out to the left field, and this time we're personally involved in this as opposed to relaying what others said. So the trick with this is, this article is called The Ring is Spoken. There's two examples where the ring is actually left behind a message. And I've written an article about it, and it's incredibly long. I apologise for that. I tried to be short with this, but got over 7,000 words, I think. But irrespective, heaven assures me most people won't read the article, so I've got to say something here about it. It's a story about the ring after it was taken off us through deception and through lies and a few other things, which I won't go into now. For quite some time it was gone, and it's now back with us, and here it is at the moment. That's back alongside with us where it should be. And it's of two instances of where the ring actually has made contact with other people. Now, the trick with this is every scientist and every academic is they're just going to frown and think this is ridiculous. This can't happen. And to be honest, I still have an issue with this to this day. I've got no issue with magic coming out of the earth and out of rocks and things like that we've seen it. But I have an issue with magic coming out of a foundry, which is what this ring is. And so I've been very cynical and skeptical about what it can and can't do, but I've seen it. I know it works. This is about two instances. One, the ring basically sat me down as a mute attender at a cinema, and for 1 hour gave me a story, which I put up. Now, of course, you can say, well, yeah, I just had a dream or I made it up. To be honest, when I had that message, I thought the ring was gone. I thought the person I knew who had the ring, and I just thought we weren't going to get it back. And I want to thank Tracy and Roz, but we did. But that particular occasion you can take with a grain of salt. Now, the second one's different, because what happened was when Tracy and Roz got the ring back, Roz contacted me and said she knew this fantastic psychic, the best she knew of anywhere. And she wanted to take the ring cold to her and ask her and see what happened. And I agreed, under the condition that no mention was to be made of us or anything like that. Go in cold and see what took place. I figured, well, I really don't know what to say about the ring. I mean, I'm just doing it. We're dancing in the dark with this one because there's nothing to reference, and we're talking about stuff that I still have an issue with, but I know it's true. So it's a very difficult call. But anyway, I agreed to it. And the second part of this article is about, I told Roz, when you go there, I've found this before, when you work with people who really have a lot of knowledge, you get swamped with information. Write it down. So she did. She wrote it down. And what I based the second part of this report on was on the 3 pages she wrote about that ring. And I've got to tell you, when I started reading at the top, she wrote me on the phone and told me, I was pre-warned, but I thought, well, I'll wait until I see what's written. And on the first page, as I went through it, I thought, yeah, could have got that in a guess, 2 to 1 chance, 3 to 1 here. Well, that could have been just a deduction. It's a 5 to 1 shot. There's one down near the bottom of the page. I thought, well, that's 10, 15 to 1 chance of getting that one through a guess, but it could have been done. But on the second page, it got pretty weird, because the first thing up was one word, and it was the word alloy. And what was interesting was the whole page before and everything after had nothing to do with metallurgy, nothing to do with science. It was all to do with predictions and ancient times and all sorts of stuff. And out of all of this comes the word alloy. And what I found fascinating about that is the reason why this ring is so important is because it's been identified as being orichalcum. And orichalcum doesn't exist and hasn't for thousands of years. There's no mine. The mines and all of it's supposed to be reputed to be only associated with Atlantis. And the fact that it is that alloy and has been identified is what makes it unique, because there's nothing like it on the planet. So that she put that one up, that's 200 to 1 shot. It really is. It's 200 to 1 that she could pick that word out. It meant so much. It's actually 500 to 1. But I'm trying to be cynical in this. But the next one, the next 3 entries, which I am going to share now because people probably won't read it, so we better put it up now. It's like giving away the conclusion. Yeah, it's a bit like who Luke's father was, and someone walking out before someone else watches the show and then muttering it in Star Wars. But anyway, the next 3 entries all had my name in it. She mentioned my name 3 times. Firstly, that I'd find the answer. Who am I? I'm the person who's going to find the answer, and then repeated a 3rd time. Now, what are the chances this woman could have this ring and pick my name out of the millions of names, male or female, because it could be anywhere on the planet. Could have been an Asian person that found it. It could have been a Negro. It could have been someone from Africa. It could have been someone from somewhere in Czechoslovakia has a different name. There are millions of names to choose. And from those millions, chose mine 3 times in a row. And then it gets weird after it. Then it mentions something about me that Roz didn't know, and she put 3 question marks next to it and rung up and said, what's this about? She didn't know. It's something I do every day. And if you were going to mention something that goes with me, it would have been the first thing people would say. So A, how did this woman know my name? And secondly, know of a habit I have or an interest I have that even Roz didn't know about. You can't say she was reading her mind because she didn't know this. And the 3 question marks underneath her entry prove that. So what do we get from this? We get confirmation that ring. I still cringe when I say this, and I just did it again. Is actually magic. Now, what that means, how far it goes, I don't know. She has said that I'm supposed to find the answer, which is fascinating because at the moment, I don't know how to talk to the damn thing. Secondly, I don't have a question. And thirdly, if I did have a question, do I have the intelligence or knowledge to work out the answer? And what if the answer is 42? What am I going to do? Ring up Douglas Adams? I don't know. But the interesting part of this equation is, ladies and gentlemen, she identified it as an ancient ring with Egyptian stuff about it, and the fact that it comes from way back, that has amazing powers, all the things I'd heard before. But she also identified my name, and she doesn't know us, and she never read about it, never read our stuff. And that's what the article is about. It's firstly about what the ring said to me, which you can take or leave with a grain of salt because it's just my opinion. I could have been having a bad night or an unusual night. But the second part is about a woman that never met me, that never seen me. I don't know her. I don't even know her second name or last name. And I wouldn't know if I met her and walked past her in the street. But she knows my name and she knows habits about me that Ross doesn't know. So go figure. My take is the ring is legit, and this for me is just more proof. And when you get backed in with proof after proof after proof about the fact the damn thing is magic, that's what you've got to say. So it's over 7,300 words. For those few that are brave enough to read it, can I recommend it? You do read it. And yeah, when you read the first part, and it's just my take on the story, remember there's a confirmation coming ahead. And that confirmation has implications not just for the past, but in the immediate future. We'll talk about that more with the next reading article. Okay. I'm trying to finish this. I think I have now, pretty sure.